Gotta get.
White 20.
Gotta get.
Gotta get.
Gotta get.
The anticipation is mounting here as both sides get set for this matchup between the Tennessee Titans and Jim Nantz and Phil Simms at Super Bowl 48, East Rutherford, New Jersey. Partner, we're ready to find out the best in football.
Yeah, we are, Jim. And you know, the players, there's so many thoughts that go through your mind. But you know what? If you win this game, you know what it does to you and all your teammates and coaches and even the fans. You're bonded forever about this moment that you have a chance to create.
Taken down right at about the 29, not quite to the 30. Wilson's heading out now for his first series. come to the line, and it's first down. Going for the home run. It's intercepted. He's brought to a halt. A former first-round pick out of Washington. Quarterback Jake Locker. Down here. It's handed to the running backs. And they get to him at the 45. At wide receiver, a player to watch is Nate Washington.
Jimmy has all the talent you want for a wide receiver in this league. Not afraid to go across the middle and make those tough catches.
Let's go.
2nd and 6. Looking to the right side and throwing. And they advance the ball onto the other side of the field.
I think when I was playing, anytime we crossed the 50-yard line, it was kind of like a big sigh of relief because I knew now that there were a lot of things that could take place. I could afford to take sacks. I could afford to be a little more aggressive. Let's see how the offense reacts to this.
This defensive front is so often disruptive and in the quarterback's face. Walker's in the slot receiver role for this upcoming snap. Locker's going to take it from the gun. Throws to the right. And complete. He steps out.
The quarterbacks and receivers in this NFL now are so good. It's so easy for them to throw and catch and just keep picking up those first downs.
That long gain sets them up here on this play. Here's the handoff, and they'll run it. And he'll go to the left.
Hey, this defense, they are tough. When you run that football, they got some men up front. And that time they stopped that run just for a short gain.
And it'll be 2nd down and 6 after the running play on first down. Johnson's taking the handoff.
Nice job that time by the defense. They were ready for the run. Nowhere for the running back to go. And they stopped him for a short gain.
Right, a receiver in the slot. They send the tight end in motion. Jake Locker back in shotgun formation. He'll fire it out to the left. Oh, we've got an injured player on the field.
Always hard to guess what the and don't like to speculate, but I think it's pretty apparent it's an upper body injury. We'll let you know when we find out.
Jake Locker has it under center. Now 1st and 10. Johnson's got it on the handoff.
Nice run that time. When you run the football like this over a period of time, it's going to wear that defense out. There's no doubt about it. Nice job by the offensive line.
About to snap it for the 9th play of the drive. Ball slipped out of his hands.
Number 10 has his fastball incomplete.
The long drive continues. Tight ends in motion here. 3rd down and 6. Incomplete.
Terrible throw by the quarterback. Terrible route by the wide receiver. Oh, wow, what a shock. The football was incomplete.
Seahawks are in shape now to return the kick. And he runs it out to about 27 before he's taken down. Baldwin's lined up in the slot. Escaping the pressure. Set up screen. Incompletion on that hurried throw. Marshawn Lynch found a second win for his career when he came out to Seattle.
He did find a second win, no doubt about it, Jim Nantz. And I'll tell you, he got bigger, stronger, and he's as tough as I've ever seen him. He is a perfect fit for the Seahawks.
Lynch is handed the football. And today's starting lineups have been brought to you by Papa John's Pizza. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's. Lynch is lined up in a single back formation. Throws the pass. Now they take the football onto the opponent's side of the field.
Perfect defense call that time. They allowed the catch. The coach on the sidelines going, well, what else do you want me to do? We had the guy double covered, and you still couldn't make the play.
Now on first down, and the second quarter is underway with this snap. Looks to his left. Intercepted!
On his way.
He's got a wide open alley. The 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. No stopping him, taking it all the way home for the touchdown.
Well, on defense, to make a play like this, so much of it is about timing. Perfect timing by the defensive player. Gets the interception and runs it all the way back for a touchdown.
Rob Baronis lining up for the kickoff. And they stop him from running it out to the 20. Mark him down at the 19. First down, offense readying for the snap. And he's intercepted.
Anytime you're backed up on the offensive side, the quarterback's got to be extremely careful, because if you turn it over, you're just giving points to your opponent. That time, a bad decision by the quarterback, and he throws an easy interception for the defense.
Bringing the play to an end. Jake Walker has it under center. 2nd and 9. Handoff. Picks up about 4.
That was a running play that time by the offense. It picked up some good yards. Nothing like it. Show the defense you're willing to get in there and slug it out and get some tough running yards.
3rd and 5. Looking for an open receiver on the right. And incomplete.
You are not going to be an accurate quarterback, of course, when you're under this kind of pressure. Doesn't even have time to set his feet. Another throw offline.
The kick is good.
When you get great field position, Jim, you got to take advantage of it. The offense didn't do it. I blame the coach. Those were terrible play calls, but a good kick by the kicker.
The Seahawks are set to return the kickoff. Got a little bit of daylight here.
There is nothing like a good return when you talk about special teams. Good blocking, the speed of the returner gets down the field, and after that tackle, now they have good starting field position.
Marshawn Lynch is in the backfield. First down and 10. Challenging the defenders to the right side.
When you talk about throwing the football into open space, that's almost always against zone defenses. That's what we saw that time. Good job by the quarterback throwing it in there.
That leads us to second down. Wilson's back in shotgun formation. Offense lines up here. Third and a long way to go. Running away from the pressure. Screen.
Good job by the defense. They are all over the throw by the quarterback. They almost pick it off in the end zone. Well, that's a big opportunity missed when you drop a pass like that.
The Seahawks getting set to attempt the field goal. He's looking to the right here on this throw. Halftime is coming up, but first we reach the 2-minute warning.
It's 4th and long. What do you expect? To always pick these situations up? That's bad game management, bad play call, bad decisions by the coach.
First and 10. Working that left side. Inaccurate with that one.
Well, the best thing you can say on the offensive side that time is the quarterback got rid of the football. Terrible protection, nowhere to throw it, just throw it away.
Second down coming up. Locker is going to take it from the gun. And it's incomplete.
Not a good job that time by the quarterback. You see the cover 2 defense. You got to know where to throw the football. He did not, and that's why the ball goes incomplete.
Chris Johnson lined up in the backfield. So now a 3rd and 10. Chris Johnson takes the handoff. They bring him down, and the offense fails to pick up a first down on 3 plays. The Seahawks signal for the timeout, and that's the first one they've used. They call on Brett Kern to punt the football. Advances it out to about the 9. First down here. Going to take off with it. Touchdown and drawing close.
If you go to an NFL practice, they spend about 40% of their time practicing plays going in to score. And that's why they made it look so easy here. Nice throw by the quarterback on 1st and goal.
Oh, it's a fake. Looking to the right side and throwing. They will not find a way into the end zone, so they'll only get 6 points out of the trip. The Seahawks getting ready now to kick the football away. That is exactly how you take advantage of great field position. The poor punt leading to points on the board. That juke gets him some space. Wright's lined up now as a slot receiver. 1st and 10. Looking down the field. Under fire on that throw. Wright's going to get set in the slot for this snap. And they sack the quarterback.
Quarterback's got to know when it's inside of 2 minutes and that clock is moving. You want to get the football down the field and out of bounds. holds on to the football too long, gets the sack, and that just kills the time management.
And the give now to Chris Johnson.
So 3 and out. Defensive coordinators love this situation, don't they? 3rd and long, they can do just about anything, and it's going to work, and they stop the offense that time.
He stacked up at that point. The defense comes out in the nickel. No margin for error from just outside the goal line. Throws to the right. It's off the mark. Offense lines up here. 2nd and goal from the 8. Eyeing that left side. Good throw and good catch right on the sideline. The Seahawks with no timeouts left. This will most likely be the final play before the half ends. 3rd and goal from the 1. Unable to complete that one, and that's a very quick 3 and out.
3rd and goal. You don't get it in the end zone. What do you do now? I think you go for it. You call the right play. Give your team a chance to put a touchdown on the board.
Offense lines up here. Gets away from the pressure. Looking for an open receiver on the right. So that's not going to get it done here. And the offense is going to turn it over on downs. So that's going to do it for the first half. Titans are up in this one. And he'll start his return. Gets out past the 30 and brought down at the 35. There's a lot of extra weight out there for this jumbo set. Challenging that ball is picked off. Breaks free, has some space to work with.
Linebackers nowadays are so talented. They can just do everything. They're strong enough to stop the run. But how about this interception? Good job, good reading of the quarterback, and a nice catch.
Baldwin's in the slot. Seattle Seahawks.
Good job by the offense. They get in there. They tie this game up. Now we'll see if the defense can take advantage of that momentum and keep it on their side.
The Seahawks now lined up for the extra point. No, it's not. It's a fake on the run. He's looking to the right here on this throw. How much does this sting? They get the touchdown, but Phil, they fail to get the 2.
Jim, I think it takes a lot away from the football team. It's a terrible decision. Now we'll find out if that 1 point comes back to haunt them.
The receiving team has the recovery. A receiver in the slot. First and 10. Looking to the right side and throwing.
When you're a quarterback throwing against zone defenses, look for the open space. That's what he did that time. He found it, and the receiver ran in there and made the catch.
Jake Locker back in shotgun formation. The throw to the left. Brandon Browner with the interception. In on the stop.
What a terrible job by the quarterback. When nobody's open, tries to force the pass, and look, what's it turn into? An interception.
Baldwin's lined up in the slot. Escaping the pressure. Nice tackle. The Seahawks come out. Two tight ends on the field. In trouble now. Throws to the right. With two hands, he has it.
You got to be able to adjust when you run these drag routes across the field. The throw cannot always be right on target. Can you reach behind, make the catch, and keep going full speed? That's the sign of a good wide receiver.
Trying to make something happen. The defense gets a sack.
Well, if I was that quarterback, I'd be mad after getting sacked like that by the defensive end. Your offensive tackle's just got to do a better job.
John Ryan will be called on to send this one down the field. Here's the snap back, and it's a fake. They're running a fake. Got a big lane. Pulls him to a yard.
The defense has got to be a little aggressive here. Your team is down. You've got to attack this offense. You don't want them to get in there and get another score.
On first down. Locker's going to take the snap from the shotgun. In his hands, complete, touchdown.
Well, the offensive line did it all on this drive, didn't they? Here it is on first and goal. Nice job of pass blocking, and the quarterback finds the open receiver for the touchdown.
The Titans kickoff coverage team is on the field, and there they are celebrating the score, all set up by the defense, which took a stand on fourth down. Gets out past the 20 and brought down at the 24. Lynch is in the backfield. Single back set. Completion this time.
When you pick up first downs against the defense, they will get tired. That time, nice job by the offense getting the first down, even though they're losing here in the game.
Harper's lined up now as a slot receiver. First and 10. Scrambling out of the pocket. Down the field. Makes the catch deep down the middle of the field.
Good job by the offense getting in the red zone. Now you're down some points. You got to find a way to score a touchdown.
Let's see how they back up the big play here. Zeroed in on that one. And he's got the first down.
Always a good job to pick up some yards when you're in the red zone. Nice throw by the quarterback, and he gets the completion.
Ready to make the stop on the goal. Touchdown. That'll close the gap.
You got to give the offensive line just a lot of credit. It's first and goal. They just line up and power the football in there. Nice run, but a great job by the O-line.
Well, this works out about 40% of the time if you look back on history, and they'll go for that two-point conversion. So they give up the touchdown, but they do not allow the two-point play.
Yeah, good job that time by the defense. So quick and so ready for that play. They reacted very fast. That's why they stopped it.
He'll have to accept the touchback. Wright's going to get set in the slot for this snap. 1st and 10. Johnson's going to secure the handoff.
That's a terrible read by the running back. It's a short game, but it's all his fault. He picked the wrong hole. He should have cut it back. He didn't, and that's why he was tackled.
Tight end in motion. 2nd and 8. Trying to work that left side. No one's going to get him now. The 30, the 20, the 10. The tackle is made. 15 minutes to go. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Titans step to the line to begin the 4th quarter after a big gainer to close out the 3rd. That was a big gainer. Now it's time to back it up. We are back for the start of the 4th quarter. And he's thrown to the ground. And here's a look at their red zone percentage to this point, which is brought to you by Verizon. Jake Locker has it under center. 2nd and 11. To the ground here. Good piece of tackling.
Jim, the offensive coordinator's done a terrific job so far here today. He's got his team winning. They're in the red zone. Let's see how clever he's going to be on this call.
3rd and goal from the 9. Locker hits Kendall Wright with that pass.
Well, he gets tackled inside the 5-yard line. That's the great thing. The bad thing is hard to score once you get inside the 5-yard line in the NFL.
The field goal try. Yes, sir. The Seahawks are in shape now to return the kick. Gets out past the 20 and brought down at the 24. Lined up in the pistol formation. 1st and 10. Looking to scramble. Looking for an open receiver on the right. He had it, but the hit jars the ball loose.
That's interesting. As you watch the receiver trying to make a catch, he knew the defender was close, so he didn't put all of his heart into it. The defender made a nice hit and knocks the football out to the ground.
Marshawn Lynch takes the football.
Nice job that time. The run play gets the 1st down. You move those chains. Hey, it's kind of fun to watch a team tough enough and patient enough to run the football to get these 1st downs instead of throwing it all the time.
They're able to move the chains after that last run. He's going to be tackled right around the 46-yard line.
What a job by the offensive line that time. This running back hit the hole at full speed, and the defense had very little time to react. And that's how he got in the secondary, made a couple guys miss, and gets down there and gets a long run. When you can't hit the quarterback or put pressure on him, there's not much you're going to get done then. That time, quarterback had time and throws it down the field for another completion.
Time is beginning to fade, but the quarterback knows his team still has a chance. He must produce something in a hurry.
When you're an offensive lineman and you can line up and just run the football straight ahead and pick up those kind of yards, you are going to get into the head of the defense. You're basically saying, we're tougher than you are, and we're just going to come right at you.
He's scrambling down. The Seahawks get a 1st down.
Jim, they got momentum on their side right now. They are making everything work. That was a nice play. They pick up another 1st down, and they got a good drive going here.
1st and 10, getting away from the pressure. He's looking long. Almost intercepted that time.
Well, for some reason, this quarterback likes to keep trying to go deep down the field against this cover 2. That's not the spot you want to go. You want to look underneath or right down the middle.
The quarterback is coming to the line, hoping to avoid being sacked for a 3rd time.
Zone defense doesn't work in the NFL like it used to. Good job by the quarterback reading that zone and finding the open guys.
The Seahawks coming to the line, still have all 3 of their timeouts here in the 4th quarter. Challenging the defenders to the right side. Incomplete. Lynch is lined up now as the running back behind the quarterback. Here's the handoff to Marshawn Lynch. The Seahawks now move the chains.
Good job that time by the offense. They pick up a first down inside the 20-yard line. Now we'll see if they can punch it in and get 7 points.
This has been a long drive so far. And he's in for the touchdown.
Ah, you just love it as a quarterback. You get down in there and it's first and goal. If you can score, now you don't have to sweat the fact that, man, what are we going to do if it gets to 3rd down? You don't have to worry about it. Good run, nice touchdown.
Lining up now for the 2. Gets away from the pressure. So they get the touchdown. But they go for 2 and fail to convert.
I'll be the first to say it. That was a terrible decision to go for the 2 points. I'll give the defense some credit, but mainly the blame goes to the offensive play call.
Mark Mariani with a chance to return this kickoff. And he's taken down right at about the 29, not quite to the 30. Right in the slot. They send the tight end in motion. 1st and 10. They're going to get him this time. Snickers is the proud sponsor of this satisfying defensive replay. When hunger hits, Snickers satisfies. Blocker is going to take it from the gun. He's looking to the right here on this throw.
I don't know what was more terrible. There was a terrible route, terrible throw by the quarterback. Oh, and what a shot. It's incomplete.
Thompson's shifted from tight end to a receiver in the slot. Jake Blocker back in shotgun formation. He'll throw it over the middle. That's a good tackle, and that's a quick 3 and out. Chris Johnson lined up in the backfield. Blocker standing back in the shotgun, ready for the snap. That pass picked off by Antoine Winfield.
Nice job of the defense that time. In position, they read the quarterback's eyes, and it led to an interception.
Double tight end formation. 1st and 10, Lynch. Jason McCourty has the tackle. The Titans lined up in the nickel. Escaping the pressure down the field.
Oh, bad decision that time by the quarterback. He tries to force the football into the end zone, and it almost gets picked off by the defense.
3rd down now. They hand it off to the running back. Good, solid tackle. Short of the first, and now we've got a 4th down situation. And this will be from 47 yards, the field goal attempt. Looking to the right side and throwing. Very nearly intercepted.
Well, the defense, they overplayed it. They knew it. It's 4th down. They took a chance. They guessed right. They make the stop, and that's probably going to win the game for the defensive side.
The Titans get ready to snap the football. They must be careful. They have no timeouts to play with. Blocker is going to take it from the gun. Nate Washington with the grab. The Seahawks are going to burn the first of their 3 timeouts right here. And this will probably wrap things up here. 2nd and 4. And the quarterback is taken down. For the first time ever, the Super Bowl has been won by the Seattle Seahawks. The Lombardi Trophy is headed to the Great Northwest. Super Bowl champions, An unbelievable year ending with a great Super Bowl victory.
How do you handle the pressure? They handled it well, and handling that pressure was the difference